Kia ora and welcome to ACC. If you've recently registered with us, congratulations, we're happy to have you on board. In this introductory video, we're going to explain some of the essentials of working with us, what ACC is, what we cover, how we work together, and how to lodge a claim. Even if you've worked with us for a while, there's some important information about ACC and how we can work well together. Right, let's get into it. To understand ACC, we need to understand how healthcare works in Aotearoa, New Zealand. As a country, we fund healthcare differently to others. When someone gets injured as a result of an accident, they can come to us, the Accident Compensation Corporation, or ACC, for support. That support can come in many forms and will depend on what our clients need to get back to independence. It could be treatment, it could be weekly compensation, rehabilitation equipment, counselling for mental injury, or help getting back to work. Put simply, we provide comprehensive, no-fault injury cover for New Zealanders, as well as for our visitors. To do this, we partner with providers like you to deliver healthcare services to our clients. But our work doesn't end there. We believe that up to 90% of all injury claims are preventable. That's why we're also focused on injury prevention to stop accidents happening in the first place. Everyone in Aotearoa, New Zealand is eligible for cover, meaning that they can get the treatment and care that they need to recover from injury. We take a no-fault approach to accident cover, meaning it doesn't matter who you are or what you were doing when you were hurt. Even our visitors can get cover for treatment if they're hurt in an accident here. All New Zealanders contribute to keeping ACC running so we can keep caring for each other. We're funded by different levies paid by motorists, businesses and workers. We're also partly government funded. We invest and grow that money to pay for the future costs of the scheme. That's just a brief introduction about our mission and what we do here at ACC. But of course, there's plenty more to learn. It's good to have you on this journey.
Cover can be a bit of a tricky area, and it's a term you'll probably hear a lot. We're going to get into the basics of what we mean by cover, what's included and what's not. At its core, cover means the claim meets the criteria set out in our legislation. If it does, we'll contribute to or fully fund the treatment or support you provide. Anyone in New Zealand injured in an accident is eligible for cover. It doesn't matter who they are or what they were doing at the time. That also extends to those visiting us from overseas. To cover a claim, we need to know that the person's injury is caused by an accident. That's what we call causation. For simple claims, like if someone falls off their bike and dislocates their shoulder, causation is easy to see and we can make our decision quickly. But there will be times we will need more information from you or another clinician. Injuries should have evidence of physical damage from the accident. But we don't just cover one-off physical injuries. We also cover mental injury linked to physical harm, a traumatic event at work, or a criminal act. It also extends to when a person is injured during treatment and diseases or infections linked to a person's job or work environment. While we do cover a lot of different injuries, there are some things we can't cover. Generally speaking, these are things not linked to accidents, are part of the natural aging process or are pre-existing conditions. If your patient is covered and their diagnosis changes, you need to let us know. The support we provide is based on their current injury, so if things change, we might need to adjust their level of support to meet their new needs. So, there you have it. That's the basics of cover covered.
At ACC, we want injured people to receive the appropriate care and treatment for their needs, but we can't do it without you. Here are a few things to know about our expectations now that you've joined us. One of the most important parts of ensuring everyone gets the support they need is to first make sure we all understand our roles and responsibilities. And we want you to have an appropriate understanding of ACC and how we will be working together. When you're providing treatment to injured people on our behalf, you have some key responsibilities. Act in keeping with your professional body standards and the ACC legislation. Follow our policies and procedures. Maintain appropriate professional clinical records. Provide us with reports and patient notes as requested. Invoice us appropriately, transparently and on time. Ensure the quality of your treatment and represent us fairly. Ultimately, it's all about acting with professionalism, transparency and integrity. A good place to start is our Working Together handbook, which you can find on our website. If you're working under cost of treatment regulations, this will be your guide to understanding our expectations and your responsibilities. Being familiar with it will help ensure your patients receive treatment that helps them to return to work and everyday life as safely and quickly as possible. If you've signed up to one of our contracts, make sure you're familiar with your relevant service schedule and operational guidelines. These are updated with changes in regular cycles, but we'll let you know ahead of time when this is happening. It is important that you read and understand our position statements on key issues such as treating your friends and family, providing treatment in a sports setting, same-day allied health treatment, and treatment by allied health students. And finally, Aotearoa New Zealand has a diverse population, and it's also reflected in the people we support. We want you to deliver your services in a culturally competent manner. This recognises the needs of Māori by understanding, respecting and delivering services in line with the key principles and frameworks in the New Zealand Māori Health Strategy, He Karawai Oranga. Our cultural safety and competence guidelines will also help you to improve access and deliver appropriate advice, care and treatment. Being clear on these important issues from the start means we can focus on our shared goals of improving lives every day.
Lodging a claim is the entry point into the ACC scheme and allows injured New Zealanders to access appropriate support. That's why it's important this is done correctly the first time. So if you're new to claims and think your patient has an injury we cover, here's what you need to know about lodging one. The best and most efficient way to lodge a claim is online using a practice management system or our e-business gateway. There's more information on our website about what you'll need to get set up, what AC services your practice management vendor may offer, and our online lodgement services, which are available for all providers. Before you fill out the claim form, there's a couple of things to get sorted first. If you're not already, you need to be registered with us. Check you can lodge a claim. Most treatment providers, such as registered health professionals and locums, can do it, but there are some exceptions. You'll need to be able to identify the accident and the related injury. Finally, make sure you have all the information about your patient, the injury, and the accident ready. Once you've gathered all the information, you can start by filling out an ACC 45 form. Make sure you use the correct read code and always get the patient's declaration and their consent. There's a specific read code to match a person's diagnosis or injury type. These help us make sure the appropriate cover and support is in place. You can find out more about the read codes on our website. After you've lodged a claim, we'll check if it meets cover criteria. Straightforward online claims are automated, and a decision can often be made on the same day. If that's the case, your patient may receive a text message about our cover decision. The easiest way for you to check the status of the claim is to use your practice management system or our online system. For more complex manual and non-acute dental claims, we're likely to need a bit more time to make a decision. We'll get in touch with you if we need more information about the claim. So that's the essentials of lodging a claim. Now you're ready to do it yourself.
Thanks so much for watching this introduction to the essentials of working successfully with ACC. It's great to have you on board. If you need more information on any of the topics we've covered, you'll find everything you need on our website. I know that with your help, we can keep improving the lives of injured people across Aotearoa.